In the year 1921, this incident happened in the year 1921. What was the name of the British crime writer Agatha Christie's first novel? Agatha Christie is a very popular novelist. We have all read her work. If you like to read books, you must, might have read Agatha Christie, and she writes beautifully the crime novels. 1921 में ब्रिटिश क्राइम राइटर अगाथा क्रिस्टी का पहला नॉवल पब्लिश हुआ था 1921 में. उस नॉवल का नाम बताइए. जैसे जैसे आपके आंसर आते जाएंगे आपका नाम मैं डिस्प्ले करता जाऊंगा. एज सून एज योर आंसर्स कम आई विल डिस्प्ले योर नेम ऑन द स्क्रीन. द क्वेश्चन इज Agatha Christie's first novel was published in the year 1921. What was the name of the first novel written by Agatha Christie? She is a very popular crime writer from England, from UK. All right, I have started getting the answers. Sanika. Sanika, your name is on the screen, and you says that mysterious affairs appear at Stylus. All right. Sapna Verma says mysterious affairs. Akansha Pandey says the Bodley head. Anita Das says mysterious affairs. And Bhavani Shankar says Mary Clarissa. Okay. So all of you जिन्होंने आंसर दिए हैं उन सब के नाम मैंने डिस्प्ले किए हैं. तो अब मैं सनिका के नाम पे जाता हूं क्योंकि शी वाज द फर्स्ट वन टू डिस्प्ले टू राइट द आंसर. लेट्स फाइंड आउट इफ सनिका's आंसर इज करेक्ट. It is absolutely right. Mysterious affairs at Styles. Sanika, your answer is correct, and therefore you have won the first round. You are the fastest person to give response today against this question in the first round. Let's quickly move on to the next question. In the year 1954, what was the name of the first nuclear powered submarine which was launched in 1954? सबसे दुनिया की सबसे पहली न्यूक्लियर पावर सबमरीन को लॉन्च किया गया इन द ईयर 1954. इस सबमरीन का नाम बताइए. So Sujata also says mysterious affairs. So Sujata, your answer is also right, but you are late. And the next question is Sujata, please hurry. In the year 1954, what was the name of the first nuclear powered submarine launched anywhere in the world? Please send in your responses as quickly as possible. So this time, it is Stuti Goyal. Stuti Goyal, she says USS Nautilus. Sanika says USS Nautilus. Sapna Verma, I think autocorrect has played its game on you. So you probably tried to say USS Nautilus, but it has become naturalist. Sujata says, okay, same answer. Akansha Pandey says USS Nautilus. So everybody else says USS Nautilus. All right, let me display the first person's name here. That is Stuti Goyal. Stuti Goyal, let's check out if your answer is correct. Absolutely right. USS Nautilus. That is the first nuclear power submarine launched by the US in the year 1954. And second round has been won by Stuti Goyal. Let's go to the next question. Very interesting question. Shaolin Temple, a very famous martial art movie, was released in 1982. A famous actor, Hollywood actor, debuted in that movie. the debut of that actor was in Shaolin Temple as a main lead in the year 1982. What was his name? Very, very popular actor who played the lead in Shaolin Temple, which was released in 1982. 1982 में Shaolin Temple नाम की फिल्म, हॉलीवुड की फिल्म रिलीज हुई थी. इट्स बेसिकली मार्शल आर्ट मूवी. इसमें लीड रोल में, हीरो के रोल में एक बहुत ही फेमस एक्टर ने डेब्यू किया था, मतलब उनकी पहली फिल्म थी. इन एक्टर का नाम बताइए. So Anita Das and Bhavani Shankar also says USS Natalis. Your answers are correct. But that round is over. The next is please tell the hero of Shaolin Temple, which was released in 1982. This person actually made a debut in that movie. First time appearance in this movie in the year 1982, Shaolin Temple. What was his name? Okay, Stuti Goel says Shaolin C. Okay, your name is on the screen. Sapna Verma says Che Yun. All right. Sanika says Shi Yongzin. All right. Yongzai, maybe. That's Chinese pronunciation. Sanika. Anita Das says Jet Li. All right. So I will display the first name, that is Sapna Verma. She says Chai Won. Let's find out if this answer is correct. Sapna Verma, your answer is not correct. The true answer is Jet Li, and therefore this round has been won by Anita Das because she was the first one to give the correct answer. You know, there were other answers given, Stuti Goel, Sanika also, but your answers are wrong. Anita Das has won this round because she was the first one to give the correct answer, which is Jet Li. Great job, Anita Das. Of course, Stuti Goel, it is difficult. We have to know the vowels of the Chinese language. All right, let's move to the next question. In the year 1990, who became the first ever player to be expelled from the Australian Open? So obviously we are talking about a tennis player. Because of certain misconduct, this player was expelled from the Australian Open. First ever. 1990 में वो कौन से टेनिस के प्लेयर थे जिनको ऑस्ट्रेलियन ओपन टूर्नामेंट से बाहर निकाल दिया गया? इनका नाम बताइए. In the year 1990, who became the first ever player to be expelled from the Australian Open? And as you know, the Australian Open is played on the hard court. It's basically made of concrete on which players basically compete with each other. So it's rather fast game. And that is why Australian Open is considered one of the fastest game after Wimbledon. So Wimbledon is the fastest because that's played on the grass. Australian tennis is played on the concrete floor. And the question is, in the year 1990, who became the first ever player to be expelled from the Australian Open? 1990. So a lot of people are giving recent answers. Sanika says Novak Djokovic, if I'm basically pronouncing the name correctly. Stuti Goel says Novak Djokovic. Sapna Verma says John McEnroe. Akansha Pandey says Mikhail Parnofor. Sanika has retracted. Okay. So you have already responded. Sanika, your answer was Novak Djokovic, the Czech Republic superstar. Anita Das says John McEnroe. Sanika says John McEnroe. All right, so let me go to Sanika's first answer, which is Novak Djokovic, very popular tennis player. Let's find out if your answer is correct. the Sanika, your answer is not correct. It's not Novak Djokovic. It is John McEnroe. John McEnroe was expelled from the Australian Open in the year 1990, and therefore the first correct answer has come from Sapna Verma. Sapna Verma, your name is on the screen. You have won this round. And Sanika, Novak Djokovic was expelled by the Australian Open during the COVID period, where he was not taken any vaccination, and he came to play Australian Open, and on the ground of being unvaccinated, he was expelled. But later, the decision was repealed after like 10 days, and he was allowed to play. So this is not the right answer. John McEnroe is the right answer, and Sapna Verma has won this round. All right, so we have come to the end of our quiz today. We will do the compilation and come back with the announcement of the winner very soon. Don't go anywhere. Friends, as always, I will like to say that participation is everything, because if you do not participate, there is no question of winning or losing. So you may lose today, but you may win tomorrow. But important thing is to participate. So kudos to everyone who participated. And before I go forward, let me tell the names of those people who actually answered and participated actively in the quiz. We have Sapna Verma, Akansha Pandey, Anita Das, Bhavani Shankar, Sanika, Sujata, Stuti Goyal. All of you, great applause to all of you for participating, because this is the most important thing, and we learn a lot of trivia by participation. All right, so now we have a difficult task at hand today, because we have a tie, situation of a tie, because a lot of people gave answer, but this is a very difficult situation, the very difficult tie, and very competitive also. हमारे यहाँ बीच में आज 4 लोगों का इक्वल स्कोर है. आज 4 लोगों के बीच में टाई ब्रेकर हमें करना पड़ेगा. एक क्वेश्चन आएगा, जो सबसे पहले उसका सही जवाब देगा वो विजेता होगा. उन 4 लोगों के नाम है सपना वर्मा, अनीता दास, तनिका, स्तुति गोयल. आप मैसेज करके बताएं कि आप प्रेजेंट हैं चारों, सपना वर्मा, अनीता दास, सनिका एंड स्तुति गोयल. आपने सबसे पहले सही जवाब, हर राउंड में एक एक पर्सन ने सही जवाब दिया है, तो आप सब ने एक एक क्वेश्चन सही किया है, सबसे पहले दिया है. तो आप चारों के बीच में हम टाई ब्रेकर करेंगे. So Stuti Goyal says that she is present, she is in the house. Sanika, Sapna Verma says yes. Sanika also says yes. What about Anita Das? हमारे चौथे मेंबर हैं जो इनके बीच में टाई ब्रेकर होना है. Anita Das, are you present? So if you say yes, I will display the question for the tie breaker. Rule will still remain the same. आप चारों को ही जवाब देना है. सपना वर्मा, अनीता दास, सनिका एंड स्तुति गोयल. आप चारों में से जो सबसे पहले सही जवाब देगा वो आज का विजेता होगा. द पर्सन हु गिव्स द फास्टेस्ट आंसर, करेक्ट आंसर, विल विन दिस टाई ब्रेकर between 4 people, 4 guests that we have. That is Sapna Verma, Anita Das, Sanika and Stuti Goyal. Anita Das, are you present? Anita Das, I will wait for few more seconds and I will start the tiebreaker question. मैं tiebreaker का question post कर दूंगा. All right. So hopefully Anita Das is present. I'm not sure, but I have called out her name and I have requested her to be present so that she can participate in this tiebreaker. All right, so get ready, all four of you, Stuti Goyal, Sapna Verma, Sanika, and Anita Das. Here comes the question. 1846, first edition of Charles Dickens newspaper was published. What is this newspaper popularly known as? 1846 में पहला एडिशन चार्ल्स डिकन्स का न्यूज़पेपर का हुआ था. ये न्यूज़पेपर किस नाम से मशहूर है? The first edition of Charles Dickens newspaper. Charles Dickens, as you know, is a very famous novelist, author, writer. He came out with the newspaper. The first edition of his newspaper was published in the year 1846. What was the name of this paper? What this newspaper is popularly known as? So I've started getting the answer. Suti Goyal was very, very fast. Suti Goyal, your name is on the screen. The Daily News. Let's find out if your answer is correct. If this answer is correct, you will win the tiebreaker, Stuti Goyal. Keep your fingers crossed. Absolutely right. The Daily News. Very, very popular newspaper in the US. But we don't even know that this paper was started by Charles Dickens, a popular author, writer, and novelist. All right, Stuti Goyal, you have won this tiebreaker. And you are the first one to give the response. You have won this tiebreaker. You have won the quiz, and that makes you eligible for a free Oracle reading, which is worth 400 rupees or $5. Great job, Stuti Goyal. So, Stuti Goyal, when we return, we will do your free Oracle reading. All the best.